in Chapter 1, 10th Canto, Advent of Krishna. And let's see that's Sanskrit, this verse. Bhagavatam class. What's the date today? 25th of July, 2026. Bhagavatam class, 10th Canto, Chapter 1, verse 8. We're ready here? Okay, I'll chant and repeat after me. Rohinyastanaya prokto Rama Sankarshanastvaya Devakya Garbha Sambandha Kuto Dehantaram Vina. So, translation, we have, my dear Shukadeva Goswami, you have already explained that Shankarshan belongs to the second quadruple expansion. He appeared as the son of Rohini named Balaram. If Balaram was not transferred from one body to another, how is it possible that he was first in the womb of Devaki and then in the womb of Rohini? Kindly explain this to me. So these first 13 verses of Chapter 1 are all questions by Pariksha Maharaj to Sukadeva Goswami about Krishna's appearance. Vishnu's commentary. So Pariksha is inquiring about the details of Krishna's birth. And the seventh child of Devaki was Sankarshan. Adishvara means he's supreme controller. Pariksha says, Sukadeva, elsewhere you said Sankarshan is Rohini Nandan, the son of Rohini. So how he came from Devaki's womb without having to change bodies? Verse number 9. Kasman Mukunda Bhagavan Pitur Geha. Oh, wait a minute. Kasman Mukunda Bhagavan Pitur Gehat Brajam Gata Quadvasam Gyatibi Sardam Kritavan Sattvatam Pati. Translation. Why did Bhagavan Mukunda leave the house of his father Vasudeva and go to the house of Nanda in Vrindavan? Where did Bhagavan, the master of the Yadu dynasty, live with his relatives in Vrindavan? Commentary. Braja, the word Braja, is in the verse, of course. It's in the second line. It means to go, to move. So Krishna went from Vasudeva's house in Mathura to Braj, Gokul, in the forest of Mahavan. After going to Gokul, Mahavan, Krishna left the home of Nanda and moved to Chatikar and then on to Kamvan and Nandagram. Where did Krishna, along with the coward men, go to Vrindavan to establish his home? There's a commentary by Prabhupada on that one. These inquiries about the itinerary of Krishna, that means the sequence of his activities, just after Krishna's birth in the house of Vasudeva Mathura, he said he was born in his house. Okay. Krishna transferred himself to Gokul, and after some days he moved to Nandagram, Vrindavan. Parikshit was eager to hear about Krishna's activities in Vrindavan. So that's what's going to go on for the next 40 chapters is Braj Leela. And then after that it's Mathura Leela and Dwarka Leela. So let's look at verse number 10. Brajavas, Brajavasan kim akaron,
Rajevasan kim akaron,
Madhupuryam cha Keshava,
Madhupuriyam cha Keshava,
Brataram Chavadit Kamsam,
Bhataram Chavadit Kamsam,
Mathur Adatad Arhanam.
Mathur Adhataranam.
Krishna lived in Vrindavan and Mathura. What did he do there? Why did he kill Kamsa, his mother's brother? Such killing is not sanctioned in Shastra. Krishna is not doing too good over there. Not following Shastra. Bad boy. So, commentary by Vishnu. How many years did Krishna live with the Yadus? What's the answer? 125. He was with them his whole life, wasn't he? But he moved them all to Dwarka. So the answer is 125. Vishnu is asking us a question. Right? How many years Krishna lived with the Yadu dynasty? Their whole life.
Vrishni dynasty is, I think Vasudev is Vrishni.
Vasudev is Vrishni.
He is in dynasty of Vrishni. Nandana
Yeah, that's true.
Nandana Raj.
I don't know. I don't know a little lost on all this stuff.
Maybe 12 years less would be.
Huh?
12 years minus 125. 11 years.
12 years he lived with the Yadus.
With gopis and all, and the remaining.
Oh, yeah, okay. 12 years he was in Maya. Yoga Maya.
Yes.
I got a paper here. It tells about the dynasty of Krishna. I'm going to get printed sometime. There's Krishna, Brahma, Atri, Chandrama, Buddha, Yayati, Yadu. Then it comes down to Kunti, then Vrishni, Nivriti. These are all dynasty of Krishna. Satvata, Vrishni. So all these are part of his dynasty. So he's in Vrishni, he's a Vrishni Yadu. He's everywhere. Vasudeva is there. Then Vasudeva and then Sri Krishna. There's 60 family members. You can see that on TV?
Yes, good.
So you see Yadu, you see Vrishni. He's everywhere. All these guys are in Krishna's dynasty. Dasarath, what was said. Devarata, I don't know who made this, but he's so brutal.
Different Dasarath.
Yeah, that's all there. Satvata Vrishni. Maybe I don't want to make a copy of it. It's a little crazy. Can't confirm it. Okay, let's see. So commentary on verse 11. Deham Manushamashrita, taking shelter of a human form. He says that by using this, he says we should use the calculation of human years, not Devata years. Because 1 year of human time is how much time in Deva time? 1 day. 1 day of 1 year of human time is 1 day in Devata time. So You're lucky you're not married to heavenly planets. But every day with your wife will be 1 year. So you're lucky. Got a discount. Okay, so Krishna appears in a human-like form, although he's the source of everything. Krishna, the human-like form is Krishna's Sarup, or spiritual form. So the phrase Deha Manusham doesn't mean material human body. It means transcendental spiritual body, Satchidananda. That's the idea Vishnu is trying to convey. So let's Prabhupada's commentary here. In many places, the Supreme Personality of God is described as Satchidananda Vigraha. So Prabhupada says, Deha Manusha, because Manusha means human being, man, woman, whatever. He's taking shelter of a human being body, Deham. But Prabhupada goes right into it, says, he doesn't have a human body, he has a spiritual, blissful body. We have a material, miserable body.
Yes.
Quite the contrary. Like Prabhupada often says, Krishna's body is Satchidananda. Our body is Asat, Achit, and Nirananda. Asat means temporary, Achit means unconscious, and Nirananda means no bliss. So Prabhupada goes on to say, Krishna's body is Narakriti. It is exactly like a human being. Nara means human being. Kriti means made of. It is made of humanity. It's like human. So the same idea is repeated in this verse with the Sanskrit words Manusham Ashritya. Krishna accepts a body like a man, but everywhere he is Nirakar, formless, means he has no material form. Although he looks like a human being, it's the spiritual human form. Satchidananda Vigraha. What does Brahma say in that regard?
Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakaran.
Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Brahma Samhita. So let's look at verse number 12. Etad anyach sarvam me
Etadanyaccha sarvam me
Mune Krishna vicheshtitam
Mune Krishna vichestitam
Vaktum arhasi sarvagya
Vaktum Arhasi Sarvagya
Shraddha Naya Vistritam.
Shraddhanaya Vistritam.
Okay, translation. O great sage Shukadev, you who know everything about Krishna, please describe all the details of what I've asked you and those which I haven't asked you. Tell me everything I asked and more. So I have full faith. I'm very eager to hear them. Shraddhanaya means I am not, because I am not envious, I have full faith in Krishna. Sarvagya, you are Sarvagya, you know everything. So this verse shows the combination, the fortunate combination of the right person to talk and the right person to listen. Right person to talk is someone who knows what he's talking about. Sarvagya, that's the verse. So this verse is describing the speaker and the listener. Speaker should have knowledge, and the listener should have faith and eagerness. I don't see a word for eagerness, but Shraddhana is just translated as eager. Vaktam arasi sarvagya. You know everything about Krishna, so you can speak about Krishna. That's why when Rupa Goswami describes bhakti, he says first hearing, Shravana Kirtana, Prahlad Maharaj also. So first we should hear about Krishna, study deeply, and then speak. Generally in Gaudiya Math, preachers are sannyasis. And they join the Gaudiya Math when they're 20, 25. When they're 50, 60, 70, they take sannyas, they start preaching. So they study for 25 to 50 years before they start speaking. That's why they're very powerful speakers and very learned. Most sannyasis are 55 plus, 60 plus. Young sannyasis are rare, although they're there. So they maybe study deeply and are rewarded for their scholarship and devotion with the sannyas ashram. Unfortunately, many unqualified people are out there speaking Harikatha and confusing the masses. One should study, so the idea we get from Gaudiya Math is that study for 25 years and then start speaking. You're going to be a quote-unquote preacher. It's not like the Wild West, anybody who can shoot a gun gets a badge on his shirt, and he's called a deputy sheriff. Anybody. Because you need a lot of, policemen to govern the Wild West. So we need a lot of preachers. So anybody walks in the door, he gets a badge, official preacher. He goes out and sells books and speaks all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's not very good. So let's look at verse 13. Oh, wait a minute. What's the commentary of Vishnu? So, what did we read? Verse 12 or what? Didn't read the translation. Yeah, we did?
That's good.
Oh. I do the translation here. What? Oh, okay. There's no commentary on verse 12. Vishnu doesn't have any commentary. Prabhupada doesn't either. So let's read verse 13. Naishati dusaha shunmam.
Naishati dusaha shunmam.
You see, it's a lot of words mixed together. There's nai and shati and dusa. So you say naishati dusaha shunmam.
Naisati dusaha shunmam.
Tyaktodam abhibadyate. Badate.
Tyaktodam abhibadate.
Pibantam twan mukamboja.
Pibantam tvan mukamboja.
Chutam harikatamritam.
Chutam harigatamritam.
This word, any Sanskrit word that begins with do or dur means hard, difficult, far. So dusa means difficult to bear. Shun means hunger. Chaktva udam means renunciation. Tyagi, we say tyagi. Tyagi means renounce, sannyas. So udam means water. There we have, there's four types of sannyasis. Anyone know what they are? There's 4 stages of sannyas. One is kutichak, one is udaka, one is parivrajaka, one is paramahamsa. So the first one is called kutichak. Kuti means house. Chak means eyes. Chakshu Dhanavdiliye. Oh Gurudev, you open my eyes. Chakshu. So Kuti Chak means a man is married and then he leaves his wife, leaves the house, and goes and lives outside the village in a kuti. And there's one small window looking outside, letting air in. There's no windows on any other wall. And he sits there, and his children bring a tiffin of food every day. And he sits in that kuti, and he looks out the window. Kuti Chak. The window is facing the village that he left. And in that kuti or kutir, little house, he chants mantras, he meditates on God, and he studies Shastra until he gets detached enough from his wife and kids. They come one day, the kids come out to the kutir with tiffin, they see the door open. The door is open to the kuti, and there's nobody inside. Their father is left. And then he starts wandering sacred rivers, along sacred rivers. He goes to holy places. Holy places are always by sacred rivers. Ganga, Hardwar, Benares, Kaveri, Yamuna, Vrindavan, Mathura. That's called the second stage of renunciation, called Bahudak. Udaka means river, Bahu means many. So he starts wandering a mendicant from holy place to holy place. He always stays in holy place. Yeah, he goes to Pushkar. He goes to Benares. He goes to Hardwar. He goes to Rishikesh. He goes to Vrindavan, Mathura. Kanchi, Shiv Kanchi, Vishnu Kanchi. Only holy places. Then he gets more detached and more knowledgeable and more aware of God. Then he becomes the third stage, Paribrajak. Then he can wander anywhere. Braja means to move. Pari means any direction, anywhere. Then he goes to Delhi. No. Then he can wander everywhere. He can go overseas, go to Africa, go to Russia, go to Australia, Europe, anywhere. Because he's deeply realized and connected to God and can't be distracted or attracted by Maya. That's the third stage. Then he is totally realized in God, then he becomes Paramahamsa. So here it's saying, he's saying, what does he say?
Udaka.
He says Udaka. He says Chakra Udaka. Priksha is saying, I renounce the desire for drinking water. It's because of drinking water that I got cursed to die in 7 days. Because I was more attached to my body than Krishna. So I couldn't tolerate the thirst. So I went to Shamiki Rishi's ashram, right? And he was in meditation on Bhagavan. And I thought he was ignoring me and not respecting me. So I threw a dead snake on his neck. And his son named Shringi cursed me to die in 7 days. Why is that? Why am I in this situation? Because I couldn't control my thirst. But now I've Chakra Udaka. I renounce thirst. I renounce water. I renounce food. I renounce sleeping. And like the six Goswamis. Chakra Taranam Shesha Mandalapati Srinam Sada Tuchavat. Everything is Tuchavat. Tuchavat means Tuchavat. Vat means I possess the mentality of insignificance. Tucha means insignificant. Everything is insignificant when you're attached to God. The only thing that has any significance is the magnificence of Bhagavan. Magnificence replaces significance. Because if you don't have the magnificent awareness of Bhagavan, you become absorbed in the insignificant awareness of wife and children and Maya. So, Pariksha Maharaj, he's saying, Chakra, what's that verse? What verse now?
Verse 13, Guru.
13.
Second line.
He's given up water because I'm drinking Harikatamritam. He said, I'm drinking the glories and character, Krishna Vichestita, the character and glories of Krishna, flowing from the lotus mouth of Bhagavan Shukadev. So my hunger and thirst are not bothering me. Here's Vishnu's commentary. Shukadev Goswami says to Parikshit, you must be hungry and thirsty. Why don't you rest a while? Parikshit replies in this verse, it was due to hunger and thirst that I lost my discrimination and put a snake on Muni. Now I'm drinking Harikatha. I've given up all that stuff. This Sanskrit verse in present tense, because one will become hungry as soon as they start hearing Harikatha. What happens in the temple after Bhagavatam class?
Feast.
Breakfast. Raman Reiki, ISKCON, they have Bhagavatam class 8 o'clock to 8:45. 8:45, everybody leaves Bhagavatam class and goes straight to the Prasadam Mall. Because as soon as you stop hearing Harikatha, then hunger appears. Even before sometime. Some people are only in the diners club. There's a garden club, a conch club. Lions club. Diners club. They don't go to the class or any other thing. Now, Parikshit is saying that the kata of the Harikatha is like Amrit. If you hear about a chuta, you won't chuta. He said, because he's saying, I heard Harikatha, chuta means fall down. I fell down to hunger and thirst. I fell on Maya because I wasn't hearing about a chuta. A chuta means infallible, Krishna. So he's saying that. And it's nice, he says, the kata is like Amrita. So he makes a nice comparison, Vishnu. He says, Shukadev is like the moon. Why is he like the moon? Because he drips nectar from his mouth. And he bestows joy and destroys darkness. Like the moonshine destroys darkness. So Harikatha is the Amritam, like the moonshine, because it destroys the darkness of ignorance and forgetfulness of Krishna. And Parikshit is like a chakora bird. He's drinking that nectar, moonlight nectar kata from the mouth of Shukadev and sustaining his life and energizing his heart and soul. Like the moon rays energize and maintain the life of the chakora bird. Chakori and chakora. They only drink moonlight. They get drunk on moonlight. All these phrases and saying that Shukadev's mouth is like a lotus flower, ambujam. He says, mukha ambujam. Your mouth, mukha, it's like ambuja, a lotus flower, which means it's beautiful, it's fragrant, it's colorful. Why? Because you're speaking Krishna Katamritam. A mouth is speaking Krishna Kata, it becomes a lotus mouth, and it pours nectar like a lotus flower. It's full of amrita or nectar, which the bees go crazy about. So be like devotees go crazy for the nectar of Harikatha. Prabhupada has a beautiful commentary on verse 13, which we'll share with you all. Okay, let's get into it. Pariksha was preparing to die in 7 days. They gave up all drink and food. Most people, when they're about to die, what happens?
They
Lose
party.
consciousness.
Most people, when they're about to die, they stop eating and drinking. You're eternal, so you never died. You don't know about that. Never was there a time when you did not exist. A human being gets hungry and thirsty, so Shukadeva Goswami might have wanted to stop narrating the Harikatha. Despite his fast, Pariksha was not fatigued. Hunger and thirst for my fast do not disturb me. Once upon a time I felt very thirsty. I went to the ashram of Shamika Muni to drink water, but the Muni didn't give me any. I wrapped a dead snake over his shoulder, and that's why I was cursed by his Brahmin son. Now I'm quite fit. I'm not at all disturbed by hunger and thirst. This proves that a material platform, one gets disturbed by hunger and thirst. But on a spiritual platform, there's no such thing as fatigue. That's a fact. Yesterday, some devotees came to clean the ashram. They worked for 7 hours straight without a drop of water or bite of food. They were being whipped and beaten, but still they didn't stop. And then they had a feast, so they were happy for that. The entire world is suffering because of spiritual thirst. Every living entity's Brahman or spirit soul needs spiritual food to satisfy their spiritual hunger and spiritual thirst. Unfortunately, the world is empty, devoid of nectar of Krishna Katha. So we have the solution right here. The Krishna consciousness movement is a boon, is a blessing to philosophers, philologists, religionists, and people in general. There is certainly a charming attraction in Krishna and Krishna Katha. Therefore, the absolute truth is Krishna, most attractive. That's really cool. Prabhupada is really advertising, good way, heavy advertising. Unless one hears Krishna Katha from a realized soul, like Shukadeva Goswami, one can't relish the nectar of Krishna Katha, which puts an end to all material fatigue, and enjoy a blissful life of transcendental existence. This is really good for work. In relation to the Krishna consciousness movement, are you with it? Get with it, man.
Yes.
We have actually seen, have you, that those who taste the nectar of Krishna Katha lose all material desires. Maya Katamogya. For those who can't get that Katha, they think that Krishna conscious life is brainwashing and mind control. While the devotees enjoy spiritual bliss, non-devotees are surprised that devotees have forgotten material hankerings. That's beautiful by Srila Prabhupada. We don't want anything else but seva and katha and a little prasad. keep everything going, though. Okay, text 14. Evam nishamya Bhrigunandana Sadhuvadam
Evam nishamya Bhrigunandana sadhuvadam
Vayasaki Chabhagavan Ata Vishnu Ratam
Vayasaki sabhagavan ata vishwaratam
Pratyarcha Krishna Charitam Kalikama Shagnam
Pratyaksha Krishna Charitam Kalikama Shagnam
Vyahartam Arabhata Bhagavata Pradana.
Vyahattam Arabhata Bhagavata Pradhana.
There's a phrase here, Kali Kama Shagnam. Do you remember the verse that we chant before we chant the Hare Krishna mantra? There are some people remember it. Well, it has to start. Nama Yagya Mahayagya Kali Kama Shanasana Krishna Chaitanya Pridyartam Nama Yagya Arabhyate. Arabhyate means Arabhya means start. Samat means over, stop. And Arabhya means beginning. So Nama Yagya Mahayagya. Nama Yagya is a great yagya. Kali Kama Shanasana, same as line 3. Kali Kama Shagna. Kali Kama Shanasana means to destroy Nash. Nash means, like we say to the Ganapati, Sarvigna Vinash. Vigna means difficulty, setbacks, obstacles. Ganapati's blessing makes everything successful, destroys all negativity. So Kali Kama Shagna means that dirt, Kama means dirt. Dirt of Kali gets destroyed by the Mahayagya. Kali Kama Nashanam. Lust, anger, greed, illusion, all gets destroyed by Nam-bhajan. Krishna Chaitanya Prityartha. Priti means love, Priti means pleasing, Priti means satisfaction. For the pleasure of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya Prityartam. Artha means to benefit, the objective. The art, like we said, art and unart. Art, dharma, art, karma, moksha. So, Krishna Chaitanya Prityartam, for the pleasure, for the objective of pleasing Krishna Chaitanya. I'm now going to start saying japa. What's the last line?
Nama Yagna Arabhyate.
Nama Yagya Arabhyate. Nama Yagya Arabhyate. Now I'm starting the Mahayagya of chanting Hari now. That's a real verse. Gurudev gave it to me. I asked him where it came from. He said Sadhavakya. It's the words of the sadhus. It's in the Diksha handbook. I think so.
Yes, Guru.
For those who read it. You must have read it. You translated it into Russian also. But it's Ekadasi, so you're forgiven. You don't do the grains, no brains. That's how it works. That's true. So what's that? That's what verse is that? That's verse 13. So let's look at the commentary of Vishnu. We did already.
14 good.
14. Okay, 14 commentary. What is Nanda? What did we say Nanda? Nanda, what does that mean?
Son of Nanda Maharaj.
Nanda means son of Nanda. So Nanda means,
Son.
what does Rohini Nanda mean?
Son of Rohini.
Oh, so pretty smart. So Bhrigu Nandana means what?
Son of Bhrigu.
Son of Bhrigu, who's that?
Son of Rishi.
So verse 14 is spoken by who?
Suta Goswami.
Sutta Goswami is speaking to Shona Rishi because Sutta Goswami is narrating this whole discussion between Parikshit and Shukadev. So he says, he speaks to all those guys. Kali Kamasha Agnam. Shukadeva began describing Krishna Lila, which dispels the sorrow of the jivas of Kali Yuga and destroys the worst of sin. Aga means sin. The word Ghnam is Gana Aga. The word Aga means sin. So it's Kalmash Aga. You see, there's two words together. Kalmash, Shalmash. That's one word. And the second word is Aga. Have you ever heard Agasura? Who's that? Agasura.
Snake. Python. Snake.
Python demon, snake demon. What happened there?
He opened his mouth and this.
Everybody opens their mouth. You open your mouth also.
Brahma Vimohan Lila.
They swallowed the cowherd boys.
Thank you. Pythons swallow things, right? Deer, rats, they swallow everything. So all the cowboys entered into the python, Aga, who was sin personified. And then Krishna entered in and blew them up. They all came out. And he tried out, became a cave. And the boys would go play in the cave. We went, that was Google, it's everything. Anyway, the dried up body of Agasura all his bones became a cave. The cowboys used to play hide and seek in there later. So, Kalmash Aga. So, the sin and dirt of Kali Yuga is destroyed by hearing Harikatha. Vishnu Ratam. What is this Vishnu Ratam? Oh, it's in the verse. Vishnu Ratam. So this means always protected by Vishnu. Shukadeva began describing Krishna Lila to Parikshit. Parikshit's Vishnu Ratam. Why is Parikshit called Vishnu Ratam?
Because he is protected by Vishnu in the womb. Vishnu
He was in the womb of Uttara, Nashvatama, Sthura, Brahmastra, in the womb to kill him. And Paramatma Vishnu entered the womb and protected him. So his nickname is Vishnu Ratam. Just like Bhima's nickname is what?
Brikotara.
Brikotara, why?
His stomach is like a wolf's stomach. He eats a lot. His hunger is,
Insatiable.
Yes.
Yeah, insatiable hunger. Good word you used there. Insatiable hunger, Bhima. He's big and he eats big. So Udar means belly. So I see some bellies in the audience. Not Baba, you don't have one. Some other Babas.
I left my belly in Chicago.
Yeah. Okay. You left it at the dinner table. I guess I left mine also in Chicago. That's where we leave bellies. Okay, so what's happening here in this thing here, this verse here? So Rikadar Bhima, that's his nickname. Like Parikshit's nickname is Vishnu Ratam, because Vishnu protected him in the womb. Bhima eats a lot, so his udar, his belly, is like, Rika means a wolf. Wolves eat everything and keep eating. Wolf looks like a dog, but he's not like a dog. The dog eats and sleeps, like normal, like us. But a wolf eats and sleeps walking. Wolves are very passionate creatures. They eat and they're always hungry. That's why he's called Rikodar. He's not called Dogodar. Kutadar. There's a reason for that. A wolf looks like a dog, but he's got different characteristics. They're much smarter also. Wolves are very smart. You ever hear a story of Wolf and Little? Little
Yeah, wolves know how to dress up in clothing.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay.
That's you know you're for something to neglect, of course. Got trapped by that one. Okay, let's see. Prabhupada's commentary on 14. We finished. Oh, we didn't finish. Vishnu. Bhagavad Pradhan. Pradhan means Pradhan. The word Pradhan means what?
Chief, prominent.
Predominant. That's the explanation of it. Predominated by, controlled by. Pradhan. What's some words with the word Pradhan? What's some terms with the word Pradhan?
Pradhan Mantri.
There you go. Pradhan Mantri means what?
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister, Chief Minister, big time minister. Pradhan, main. Means predominating. Mukhya means main also.
Yeah.
Mukhya. But Pradhan means controlling. It has the implied meaning of control. Pradhan Mantri. What's the minister of UP called?
Mukhyamantri.
He's called Mukhya. He's the chief minister, but not the prime. Prime means he's got more power. He's got control over all the ministers. So Bhagavad Pradhan is a glorification of whom?
Sukadeva.
Sukadeva. He's predominated by Bhagavan Sri Krishna. He's a chief devotee. So this is Sutta Goswami is glorifying, Sutta Goswami is glorifying, he's glorifying the speaker of Bhagavatam, saying, you're Bhagavad Pradhan, and he's glorifying the hearer of Bhagavatam, Krishna, by saying, Vishnu Ratam. So what do we learn from this?
Both are glorious. Speaker.
We learn both are glorious, but moreover we learn Vaishnava Sadachar. Sutta Goswami is speaking to Shonak Rishi and all the Vaishnavas, and he's showing behavior. He's showing behavior. What is the behavior he's showing? He's showing humility and honor of others. Manida Manidena. Amani Manidena. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches Srinadapi Sanichina Tori Vasishna Amanida Amanidena. Amani means I should be free from pride, but I should glorify others. Manida means to show respect to others and glory to others. So he's showing great respect by glorifying him with chosen Sanskrit terms which are accurate, not exaggerated. Vishnu Ratam, you're Vishnu Ratam. So I'm glorifying you, and in glorifying you I'm also doing Hari Katha. I'm doing Nam Bhajan, because I'm mentioning the name Vishnu by glorifying you. If I say you're a great Vishnu Bhakta, I say you're a great Vishnu, you're a great Vaishnavi, which means devotee of Vishnu. Vaishnavi means devotee of Vishnu. So I'm doing Nam Bhajan, I'm doing chanting Nam, but I'm also glorifying Vaishnava. So he's showing behavior. The Sutta Goswami in this verse 14 is showing how to properly regard Vaishnavas. Glorify. You're not just Sukadeva Goswami, you're Bhagavad Pradhan, you're the greatest Vaishnava. Chief devotee. Bhagavad, because you have great love for the Bhagavatam. You're predominating all devotees who have love for the Bhagavatam. You have the most love. I started to say the other day, I didn't finish it. I'll give further glorification of Sukadeva Goswami. He's so much, we told a story from Brihad, what do you call it, Brahma Purana, how Sukadeva was a parrot, and he entered the mouth of Vidatta or something. Vatika. He entered the mouth of Vatika, who was the wife of who?
Vyasadeva.
Vyasadeva, and he gave birth to Shukadev. So Shukadev, people ask, why didn't he recite the name of Radharani? As you know, the whole purpose of Bhagavatam is to describe Krishna Prema. And the greatest Krishna Premi is the gopis, and among the gopis, Radharani is the greatest Krishna Premi. So that's all described in 10th Canto. However, because Shukadeva Goswami was the parrot of Radharani, and because he's such a great Radharani Bhakta and Krishna Bhakta, he would enter a state, if he mentioned the name Radharani in the Bhagavatam, he never mentioned the name. If he heard that name of Radharani, he would enter a state called a Vasta Chitta. Vasta Chitta means he would become inert. He would become inert. Inert, he become like dumb, like Jada Chit. He couldn't speak, and he would go into a trance of samadhi, meditating on Radharani, Namru Gun Lila, for 7 days. So he deliberately avoided mentioning the name Radharani. However, in chapter 30 of 10th Canto, was it verse 33 or something, he mentioned Aradita, you know that verse? Ananya Radita Nunam Bhagavatam Ishra or something like that. It's 10th, chapter 30, verse 15 or 15 to 30. Ananya Radita. So he's saying, the gopis are glorifying, they're seeing footprints and understanding that Krishna left their asanas with some gopi, they don't know who. They said that gopi must have worshipped Krishna more than any other gopi. Anaya Radita. Aradhana means to worship. So he said some syllables of Radharani's name, he started to go unconscious. Commentators say. So he controlled himself and kept speaking chapter 30 of 10th Canto. So this is why he's called Bhagavat Pradhan. He's, as it says by Vishnu, Shukadeva has great regard for the Bhagavatam. He's predominated by the Bhagavatam. Bhagavatam is his life. I once had a disciple, I say once, and I asked him, what is your bhajan? And he said, meditating on Leela and all this stuff, meditating on my Srup. I said, that's very good. Are you reading Bhagavatam every day? No, I'm not reading Bhagavatam. I said, why? And then he said, you want me to read Bhagavatam? I said, Bhagavatam is the life and soul. Mahaprabhu heard Bhagavatam every day of his life. He heard it from Radharani herself. Radharani reads the Bhagavatam every day. What's the proof? Gadadhar Pandit, Tota Gopinath. Every day he spoke the Bhagavatam. King Pracharudra would come there. Haridas Thakur and Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Everybody came to Tota Gopinath Bagicha to hear the Bhagavatam spoken by Gadadhar Pandit. It was Radharani. But you're such a big bhakta that you don't even have to read the Bhagavatam. I was appalled. I was surprised. He said, oh, okay, you want me to read it? I said, go to hell. If you want, I'll read a half hour a day. I said, something's missing in your heart software. Bhagavatam, Bhagavatam is carried on the head of Brahmins. They carry on their head and worship the Bhagavatam. It's a whole puja, it's called Bhagavad Puja, the whole puja they do. Bhagavatam is the Srupa of Krishna and Radharani. There's no such thing as a Vaishnava and no Bhagavatam. It doesn't, it's just understood. Nashtra Nityam, what's that verse? Nityam Bhagavata Sevya. Hear Bhagavatam, serve Bhagavatam every day, read it, hear it, be connected with Bhagavatam, means being connected with Krishna, most directly. Try some water. You have to some of the cameras there.
Yes, Guru.
Just so you go break fast. Okay, 37b. We have a little commentary here by Prabhupada. I already said everything on the commentary. I already spoke all the things. Okay, then we're on text 15 now. Let's repeat after me. Now Shuddha Goswami continues to narrate the discussion between the dialogue, it's called dialogue, between Shukadeva Goswami and Maharaj Parikshit. Verse 15, 10th Canto, Chapter 1. Sri Shuka Vacha Samyag Vyavasita Buddhis Tavarajarshi Satama Vasudeva Katayam Te Yajjata Naistiki Rati Nishta Rati Jata born Vasudeva Kata. Nice. That's the translation. Sridhar Goswami said, O best of saintly kings Parikshit, you are very attracted to Vasudeva Kata. Your intelligence is fixed in spiritual understanding, which is only true goal for humanity. Because you have that attraction is unceasing, it is certainly sublime. Well, that's nice, huh? Okay, let's look at Vishnu commentary. Samyak Vyavasita Buddhist means your intelligence is not branching off or going anywhere away from the Bhagavatam. You have firm attachment to Krishna. Your intelligence is fixed. Rajarshi Satama. Satama means highest, topmost place. Uttam, like Uttam, Satama. You're a king, you're the best of kings. That's interesting. In the beginning of this chapter, Parikshit glorified Shukadeva as Muni Satama. You're the best Muni. Now, to show the behavior and manners of behavior and courtesy and mutual respect of Parikshit and Shukadeva. Shukadeva is glorifying the king as Rajarshi Satama. You're the best of kings. You're the topmost king. Because you have superior devotion to Krishna. By Krishna's mercy, you have defeated the power of the Brahmastra of Ashwatthama at the time of birth and death. So let's look at verse 16 now. The short commentary there. Turn that feather. Oh, God. Too much. Now turn it off. Too much there. Okay, 16. Let's repeat together. Vasudeva Kata Prashna. No, I mean, repeat after me. Vasudeva Kata Prashna
Vasudeva Katha Prashna
Purusham Trin Punatihi
Purusham Strim Punatihi
Bhaktaram Prachakam Shotrim
Bhaktaram Prachakam Shotrim
Tatpada Salilam Yata.
Tatpada Salilam Yata.
Prashna means questions, right?
Yes, Gurudev.
Prashna, very common word, prashna. Kata means talks, Vasudeva talks, questions about Vasudeva and talks about Vasudeva. Punati, you heard the word punya, right?
Yes, Gurudev.
Punya karma means good, purifying actions. So Trin, what does Trin mean?
3.
Ekto Teen, Trin. It means 3. Purusha means 3 people get purified by Harikata. Which 3?
Speaker,
Hearer.
hearer, no.
Questioner.
Questioner.
Okay.
What was the third one? What'd you say?
The guy asked the questions.
I didn't hear the third
No,
one.
I mean the third, I'll give you the answer. I'm not. The guy you asked who gets purified. The one is called the Vakta. Vakta like Uvacha. Vakta means speaker. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. So Vakta means speaker. And the hearer is, Shruti means hearing. He's called Shrota. The Shrota is the listener. It's, in Sanskrit, it's Shotrim, which means Shrota. Shrota is listener, and the
Prachakam.
Prachakam is the questioner. So the Vakta, the Prachakam, and Shrotam, these 3 guys, these 3 human beings get purified, punya, by Vasudeva Kata. That's what it says. Everybody's listening, and one guy's speaking, and some people ask questions.
Questions.
So all 3 get purified. Get attached to Krishna. Okay. Well, we read the whole verse? Yeah.
Yes, Gurudev.
Translation. The Ganga emanates from the toe of Vishnu, purifies the upper planetary system, earth planet, and hellish planets. What's the Ganga called in hell? Called Pato Ganga.
Pataganga.
What's the Ganga called in heaven?
Suraganga.
Suraduni Ganga. Suraduni Ganga is in heaven. Earth planet, what's it called?
Ganga.
Right. Suraduni Ganga, Ganga and Pato Ganga. Pato Ganga flows where?
Pataloka.
Pataloka. Where's Pataloka?
Bottommost planet.
It's the bottommost planet. You guys are going there or what?
Don't know.
Don't know. You wear neckpiece, you'll go to hell.
Okay. Yes, Gurudev.
That's one good thing about you guys. That's one place you're not going. Where you may go to Swargaloka.
That's worse.
Nice comment. I like that comment.
Be drowned in pleasure? That's way worse.
Yeah. No, it's called subterranean heavenly planets. There's more pleasure down there, actually. Either way, it's hell. Heaven is hell and hell is hell. That's what you're trying to say, basically.
Yeah.
So one who asks questions about Krishna Lila, and 3 kinds of people are purified: the speaker, one who asks questions, and one who listens. Okay, let's see the commentary of Vishnadan 16. Okay, here we go. Turn the page. Short commentary. Pada salidam yata. Salidam, pada means, salidam means water. Pada means feet. Harikata purifies 3 types of person, just like Charanamrita Shalagram or Thakurji purifies three types of person. One who puts Charamrita on their head, one who drinks it, and one who does both. Now, don't get crazy. If Charamrita is Panchamrita, don't pour yogurt on your head. What it means putting Charamrita on your head, there's a mantra you chant. Radha Krishna, this is from Siddha Krishnadas. Radha Krishna Padodakam Bhakti Bharena Radha Krishna Padodakam Bhakti Bharena what?
Vaipitvam.
Yeah, Bhakti Bharena Vaipitvam Shirasardhamya. So this Charamrita, Radha Krishna Padodakam, Prema Bhakti Dhammoda, Prema Bhakti Dhammoda, it gives happiness in Krishna Prema, the water from Radha Krishna's feet. Bhakti Bharena Vaipitva, by drinking this, my bhakti gets very dense. Bhakti Bharena means heavy. Like Nari son of Bharena. That's from Mugdha, what's that? Shankaracharya's 10 prayers of sannyasi. Mugdha Katar, hammer, Kataram, what do you say hammer in Sanskrit?
Hammer.
Kataram. It's called Mugdha Kataram. 10 verses to hammer illusion by Shankaracharya. There are 10 verses the sannyasis memorize. You want to memorize? Gaudiya Math Brahmacharis memorize them also. And they asked Prabhupada in 1971, Jayapataka asked Prabhupada in Mayapur. He said, listen, in Sri Swami's temple, Bhakti Rakshak Sri Swami, all the Brahmacharis memorize Shankaracharya's Mugdha Kataram. Kataram means hammer, Mugdha means illusion. 10 verses against to destroy illusion. And so Prabhupada said, the devotees that live in ISKCON Mayapur Brahmacharis can memorize it. So then Jayapataka said, what about foreign devotees? No, they're not ready for this. No, one verse is in Prabhupada's verse book. You know that verse?
Yes. Nari is Thanabaram Nari.
Okay, we won't talk about that. Anyway, it says, Brahmacharis shouldn't look at women, basically. That's what it says. So Prabhupada said, Prabhupada said, that's not for Western Brahmacharis. That's funny. But I don't think that's the Lila Rita. I'm not sure. I don't remember. I heard that from Mayapur Vaishnava devotees. Okay, so where are we? I don't know where we are here.
Saligram Charanamrita.
Okay, so Shalagram. So we're talking about the verse,
Radha
the
Krishna.
Charamrita verse. Okay, so this means that Harikatha is like Ganga, it purifies everyone. Speaker and choir listener. In descending order. Who gets purified most by Harikatha?
Speaker.
Who gets purified secondly?
Inquirer.
Who gets purified last?
Listener.
Here.
Oh, what?
Listeners.
The guy asks a question gets purified second, middle class. Because the third guy's sleeping.
We're getting purified, Gurudev.
Yeah, you're getting purified. Okay, God. Jai Radha. Harikatha is most purifying for the speaker, then the inquirer, then the listener. What time is it?
5:18.
Okay, that's it. Next next week, we continue with verse 17. I'm out of gas. Jai Jai Shri Radhesha.
Yeah.
No, verse 17, right?
Yes, Guru.
17.